Good morrow, dear readers, and welcome to our Dead Science Society. For our hypothesis for this grand experiment, we were wondering if temperatures of water affect the rate of plant growth. I know it may not seem much to you, but it was rather important to us. We needed to start right away. And so we got 12 seedlings and put them in a temperature-controlled environment with equal amounts of light. With these 12 seedlings, we put them into 4 groups, 3 seedlings for each. Now, for our first group, we decided to put it with cold water. This would be water from either a fountain or even from your own home within the freezer. Well, freezers didn't exist on our time. For our second group, we decided to put it in room temperature water. For our third group, we had our water to be around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And for our final group, we decided to have our water around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. We wanted to be as accurate as possible. So we spend for the next couple of days watering our own plants, documenting them each and every time we see them again. Now, the way that we've actually boiled this water, we have used a hot plate and a beaker to fill up our waters. And we use a thermometer, which you will soon see, to figure out if it's the right temperature that we must use. Now, for a way to actually figure out how fast it has grown, we have used a regular ruler to see how far they've grown. As you can see for one of our plants, it has grown up to probably 8 inches, which is beyond phenomenal. Honestly, it is worth seeing. I am beyond proud of these plants. You just keep it up. Now, with some of our positives and negatives, within the first day, we have left it alone for the weekend because we decided to experiment on Friday, which in my opinion wasn't a good idea, but the others insisted. But oh well. Within the second day that we saw it, it was wilting to the side. So we needed to make sure that we regularly watered them. And soon enough, as you've seen, they have grown phenomenally. We were beyond excited. For our variables, we had to change, of course, the water, but our dependent variable, we needed to measure the height of it. And of course, I've explained before, they have grown to be beautiful plants. As for our results go, at the very end, you will see that our plants have been truly thriving. Honestly, if we would have kept them longer, we would have had our own garden by now. Wouldn't you imagine that? Now, at the very end, we also could say that we had a few unanswered questions. Of course, yes, we had our main hypothesis answered, but it left us to even more questions that we must learn about one way or another, if only time would have let us. We were wondering, if we would have changed the temperature even more, how much would the plant even grown by then? Or maybe we changed specific materials of how we've used specific liquids to make our plants grow. How different would it be? Like for an example, maybe we'd have used, a Coca-Cola to put in as for water, an example, and see how different our plants would have grown. Would the carbonation actually change how the plant grow? But oh well, maybe one day we will. We had our questions answered. That was the important part. But unfortunately, you will soon see within our day 6, it was coming to an end. But I will mention that once we poured our water in, the water just became cold, and soon did another enemy. Reginald, a caterpillar who was eating our plants. But we decided to let him live for now. But until then, we did thank you for watching. And as always, stay curious. Until the morrow. Thank you very much for watching, and have a blessed day.